Okay, this is our second session with Ben. He came in a couple of weeks ago to get some counseling on. He was on Adderall, and he was wanting some help in trying to help get off of the Adderall, or at least cut down some. I want to remind you, Ben, about the confidentiality of the session, that it goes no further than here. Do you have any questions at the time?
No, at this time I don't.
Okay. Last time you were here, we talked about you wanting to try to get off of Adderall, or at least cut down on the Adderall. And we had talked about maybe you going to a doctor, a family doctor, making an appointment, and to see if you still have a severe case of the ADHD like you were when you were younger. Tell me, what have you done in these last couple of weeks since we met?
I have not had a chance to go to the doctor. I have an appointment made, but I have not yet been to the doctor.
Okay, when will that appointment be?
It's going to be next week.
Next week. So, what are you looking to get out of finding out from the doctor, really, besides?
Well, I'm hoping that, he can give me a solid answer, whether or not I need or don't need to be on Adderall or any kind of, medication that would help me with ADHD.
If it comes back and he doesn't think that you need to be on any kind of medication, have you thought about what other things that we could do to maybe help you get focused in your schoolwork, and also help you without being so hyper like you are right now?
I think that's going to be one thing, I'm going to have to kind of tackle mostly on my own. I've already, stopped taking it, and I'm trying to just, go without, taking any. It's been hard, but I've been able to go, a full 2 weeks without taking any.
Well, tell me, you stopped on your own?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what are you feeling? What are your thoughts and things?
Well, I'm less focused. I'm less energetic. I don't, have that go get 'em, attitude whenever I get up every morning, like I did with Adderall. It's been hard. I mean, I've had challenges, but it's gonna get better.
Tell me what kind of challenges that you have faced.
Not being able to focus and less energy.
Okay, is that the only two things?
Well, I mean, those two things right there, they can open a door to all kinds of major mistakes, like lower performance at work, lower performance at school. And, those are two things I have faced, and that's one reason I'm hoping that the doctor will, to see what I'm going through and, help me get on something.
Okay, how have your grades been at work, at school, and?
Well, they haven't been as, good as they were while I was on it, because, I've been less focused. They've definitely gone down.
Tell me, are there any activities or anything that you can do that you will stay focused, that you enjoy, that you might do a little bit more of?
Well, I do a good bit of competitive shooting. That's one thing you really got to stay focused with. Whenever I'm there, it doesn't matter if I'm on it or off of it, I'm 100% to what I'm doing, because I mean, you never know when somebody's going to step out on the range. You never know when a new guy's going to be there and, doesn't know the proper safety procedures. You know, that's one of my biggest activities that I engage.
What about any other activities?
Oh, well, I go to the gym regularly, and I have a few other activities. Mainly, just gym and school. Basically, that takes up most of my time.
Okay. Have you ever tried to do any kind of reading at night?
No, not really. I mean, I've never really got into it too much. I'll read up on certain things, but I've, really never got into, like novels and stuff like that. Right.
Do you watch TV quite a bit at night?
I don't really get a chance to. I may watch, 5 minutes of TV before I go to bed, check the weather and news and everything. And that's about all I have time for.
Well, tell me, how do you get yourself to shut down at night and be able to rest?
Just lay there. Majority of the time, just lay there and, wind yourself down. That's about the only way I'm able to do it. I may put in some music and, play it for a little while, and that'll kind of help, but, that's about it.
Okay. Another thing we had talked about was maybe doing some testing. I did speak with our psychiatrist, and she said that she would be glad to test you and to see if she could pick up on any other things that might be going on besides the ADHD, like any kind of memory problems or things like that.
Right.
And we'll get that scheduled in the next week or so, and let you do that and get the results back and see where we go at from there.
Right.
But tell me, what are some goals that you would like to be able to set to maybe accomplish in these next?
I don't want to ever be an addict to anything, but I also want to be able to focus on, what I'm doing. I want something to kind of help me focus in school, because, I know I used to, when I was younger, be really bad, of ADHD. And, I would like to know if I'm still suffering, as badly now as I was back then. If I am, I want the proper treatment for it.
Do you think that you are? Do you feel that you are?
Yes,
or
I
you feel the same way as you did when you was younger?
Right, I do.
Okay. You told me that you were married.
Yes.
Okay. Have you talked to your wife about going back on medication, or what does she think?
Well, she agrees to. I'm two different people. Whenever I'm on it and whenever I'm off of it. Whenever I'm on it, I'm more attentive to what we're talking about. I'm more attentive to what's got to be done. I'll talk a lot more and, be more prone out to go and do stuff. Whenever I'm off of it, I'm just kind of, mopey and laid back, and, I'm so, focused on things I'm thinking that I don't really, hear the conversation. And, that's not very healthy at all.
Right. It's very important that you get to the point to where you can tune in and listen. So that may be one of the things that we work on with you. Try some different techniques that we could do to try to help you get focused and listen and just really tune into what she's saying and what other people are saying too.
Right.
Is there anything else that you would like for us to work on during this counseling session?
That I can think of right at this moment, that's the biggest issue. I don't really have any others.
Okay. I want to ask you to let me know when you go to the doctor to ask them to send the report to me so we can go over it and discuss it and see if there's anything else that we might can do to help you
Right.
too. And another thing, I think another goal that we could probably work on is maybe you being able to get yourself relaxed at night. Besides going to the gym and competitive shooting, maybe think of some other activities and things that you could do to kind of relax yourself and get your mind shut down at night to where you can really go to sleep and have a restful night, because you mentioned something about your you're not getting very good sleep.
I mean, I'll wake up in the middle of nights sometimes, kind of restless, but, most of the time I can go back to sleep.
Can you tell me about a night when you've been restless and when you get up, what exactly do you do? And how long you're up?
Most of the time, it's whenever I'm really stressed out with work, school, and I've got a lot of things on my mind, and I get, overflowed with thoughts, that it makes it really hard to go to sleep. I've had a few nights like that, but, most of the time whenever I'm, completely, thought-free, I don't really have a problem sleeping. But, that's anybody.
Right. Okay. Well, I think our session is about to end, and I'll see you back here in a couple of weeks, and in the meantime, you'll see the doctor, and I'll set up the testing for you, and we'll continue to look at different goals and things that we can work on to help you try to stay focused. And we may even get your wife maybe to come in and maybe talk with her and see what she thinks about some things to help us, look at it from a different viewpoint. So, have you got any kind of questions or anything that
No, not at this time, I do not.
Okay, well then I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks then.
Okay, well, you have a good one.
Okay, you too.